Powerball number. That is going to be 18. And your power play multiplier is 4.
Right now, on News Channel 6 at 11, a century and a half after the Hamburg massacre, the community pauses to remember why organizers say the story still matters.
Plus, investigators searching for answers after a person was found shot in a vehicle.
And Augusta leaders dish on data centers. What commissioners have to say about proposed rules for them as your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. We thank you for joining us as coverage you can count on begins with a shooting in Aiken County.
Law enforcement is investigating after a gunshot victim was found outside a popular restaurant in Warrenville.
Yeah, officers say they found a person with a gunshot wound inside a pickup truck in the parking lot of Bobby's Barbecue on Jefferson Davis Highway. At one point, more than a dozen police vehicles and other first responders were there.
So far, no information about the victim's condition, a possible suspect, or what led up to the shooting. We will continue to follow this developing story. It's time now for our first check of the weather.
Here's Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna?
Well, it's a nice dry night as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken. We did have one little shower in Aiken County near New Ellington today, but most of the CSRA was dry. No rainfall at Augusta Busch Field, and then we had a low of 75 and a high of 98, putting us 4 degrees above our average today. It's now down to 84 degrees, still very warm with 80s across the board, and dew points are in the 70s. So a warm and muggy night and a little breezy with a southwest wind coming in up to around 5 miles per hour sustained. The wind gusts are up to around 15 to even 17 now in Evans and Lincolnton. So tomorrow morning we'll have lighter winds. We'll have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, and skies will be mostly clear. Now, as we look ahead here, rain chances still pretty limited for a Thursday, but then those chances start to pick up as we head into the weekend, with temperatures staying hot for now. I'll have more details coming up, but back to you.
Jenna, thank you. Many of you may not know that North Augusta was once called Hamburg.
Hamburg?
4 people are charged after a drive-by shooting in Columbia County. Law enforcement says there were no injuries, but a local business was damaged. Jeff's Sewing and Vacuum was damaged when a bullet came through the roof and landed by an ironing board. Law enforcement says suspect Alexis Miller drove the car and is the only suspect from Columbia County. Suspects Mayor Burgess, Mackenzie McFerrin, and Cody McFerrin are all from South Carolina. The owner of the gun is currently unknown.
We're still trying to determine that. There were some conflicting statements that were given to investigators, so we'll still continue to work towards finding who the owner of the gun was and how they came into possession of it.
Major Shedd says they do not believe the incident was planned and may have been a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Augusta leaders continuing the data center debate, where new rules for those centers are headed to the commission next week. Their proposed guidelines that indicate where centers can locate, the buffer zones they have to have, noise limits to protect neighbors, all sorts of things. And as we've told you, commissioners have placed a moratorium on any new data centers while they wait for those new rules. And some city leaders are in no rush to approve them.
And so I don't think that we have dedicated enough time to really determine what type of city we want where data centers are concerned. And so when we need to take our time and get this thing right. This is an issue that we can't afford to get wrong on the first swing. We have to be able to get it right the first time.
The Planning Commission has already recommended extending the moratorium by another 60 days so city leaders can keep working on those new rules.
Georgia State Patrol released numbers today about the 4th of July travel period. 12 people were killed in traffic crashes across the state compared to 13 last year. There were more than 295 crashes, leaving more than 180 people injured. And officers issued more than 10,000 citations and made 425 DUI arrests.
During that time frame this year, there were 12 fatality crashes compared to last year, which we had 13 fatal crashes. And whereas it is hard to say exactly what the contributing factors were to every single crash, we do tend to see trends. distracted driving, occupant protection, and speed is always something that we look into when we're investigating our crashes.
Troopers say slow down, buckle up, put the phone away, and never drive impaired.
They're scum. That's the way they act. And that's
Hot conditions continue with low rain chances for now, but things will start to change over the weekend and especially early next week. I'll have more details when we return.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm packing. Kimball's all packed up for summer. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series drivers gear up for another high-speed showdown. Feel the energy live in Atlanta. Get your tickets now at NASCAR.com/tickets. Don't miss your chance to catch the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series live and in person.
We're more than your service company. We're your neighbors. Castle Brothers provides heating, cooling, plumbing, drains, electrical, and generators with 5-star care anytime you need us. For whole home peace of mind, call on Castle for comfort. CastleBros.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan and
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
the CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
Live Viper 6 weather when it matters most.
Streamed at any time, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device.
Treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet with Bojangles Family Meal. It's bow time.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
Live Viper 6 weather when it matters most.
Streamed at any time, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device.
Treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet with Bojangles Family Meal. It's bow time.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. You're starting out with a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam right here at Television Park. It is nice and dry tonight and mostly clear. We're sitting at 84 degrees, still feeling like the 90-degree mark thanks to dew points in the low 70s. And we have a southwest wind coming in at 5 miles per hour. So around the CSRA, all of us between the 81-degree mark to up to 86 there in Bamberg, where they touched 100 degrees earlier. It was definitely a very toasty Wednesday for us. And as for satellite and radar, just a few clouds moving in. You can see as we zoom out that we do have this stationary front to our north and east. That's moving out with some showers to the north of it. Now to the south of us, we have the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch happening tomorrow morning. Launch time expected to be 5:05 a.m. Be sure to look east to southeast tomorrow morning if you're up early to try to view the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch. Now you can see that tomorrow morning we will have mostly clear skies, upper 70s. Then we're going to be in the upper 90s again during the afternoon. So very similar to how it was today. High temperatures will be ranging from around 95 to 98 degrees. And you can see eventually some relief will be on the way. It's still going to be very hot through Saturday, but some changes coming our way Sunday. Back to below average temperatures finally. And notice on Monday a significant difference with highs in the 80s and that heat index only in the lower 90s. And it's all because of some rain on the way with a cold front. So each day the rain chances are rising. And we're definitely in for a pretty wet weekend, but that's going to be good news overall when it comes to our drought monitor. Of course, several places in the CSRA are still out of the drought, but it has been dry very often lately, especially for the entire month of July. So some widespread rain would definitely help us stay out of the drought when the next update comes next week. But you can see on our feature cast tomorrow morning, completely dry. Tomorrow won't be a washout, but our western counties have a decent chance of seeing a few isolated showers tomorrow during the late afternoon and early evening. Friday morning will be dry, and then you can see a higher chance of rainfall during Friday evening and it's going to be a rinse and repeat as we go into the weekend. So dry on Saturday morning, then we'll be watching this cold front that's approaching. Still some uncertainty with exactly how much rain we will see. I think our Futurecast model could be overdoing it a little bit on Friday and Saturday, but we will have plenty of moisture coming in from the south ahead of this frontal boundary. But I will say, by the time the front gets closer to us on Sunday, that'll give us a higher chance of some rainfall at that point, and it could linger in our area on Monday, which means another wet day then. Now, we're also in for the potential of a weak wedge setup. We're going to have this high pressure driving in a northeast wind, so some cooler air will be in place with some of the CSRA potentially even in the lower 80s. Now, we'll also have that southerly flow of moisture on the other end of that frontal boundary. So once again, that means cloud cover and some rain. So we're getting some 80s for a change. So temperatures are dropping by around 10 degrees. We'll be at 97 tomorrow, then down to 87 next Tuesday. Rain chances sticking around through Tuesday morning, then lower chances throughout the middle of next week as those temperatures start to warm back up.
Jenna, thank you.
Thanks, Jenna.
Graham Plattner says he's no longer running as the Democratic nominee.
For years, WJBF News Channel 6 and our partners have championed local families through our Children First campaign. Together, our mission has been to strengthen our community by uplifting children and their families across the CSRA. Count on News Channel 6 as we make a difference in the lives of local children. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/childrenfirst. WJBF News Channel 6's Children First is sponsored by Bridgestone.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The CSRA community, coaches, and strangers are rallying behind a former Richmond County basketball player, Rod Hall, in a time of need. The Laney High School grad went on to play for Clemson University, and off the court, he's known for his unwavering commitment to youth sports. He volunteered as a youth football coach for the Trinity Elite Titans and as a basketball coach for his AAU team. Now, on June 28th, his life suddenly changed forever. He suffered a serious neurological condition while playing in an alumni basketball game at his alma mater, and he faces a long road of medical treatment, rehab, and recovery. His former basketball coach, Jerry Hunter, coached him in 2011 and is showing his full support to the Hall family during this difficult time.
You don't find out how strong you are until you're at your weakest point in your life. All right, and we're all attested in so many ways. All right, he's up for the fight and the battle. I never seen him back down. All right, so we got to be his teammates. Rod, we got your back, man, from a distance. You know, the folks that'll show up, like I told you about the difference between a fan and a supporter. All right, get yourself healthy, and once you get situated, man, I got a spot for you up here on Grovetown bench as an assistant coach.
Now, the family's GoFundMe page has since reached over $15,000. If you wish to donate, click on the link on our sports page. Well, the Augusta Green Jackets continue their homestand this week. The Hickory Crawdads are in town. Manager Brad Stoll and his team trying to chase that first place. The Crawdads already a tied ball game at 3. The Crawdads take the lead here with this home run to left center field in the top of the second from Sebastian Becerra. Jackets pitcher, though, Carter Holton, he answers right after that home run with a strikeout swinging. Green Jackets up to bat now. Cooper McMurray, he shoots a sharp ground ball into the right field gap. That'll go for the stand-up double. Now, here is Luis Guanipa. He ropes it into left field, and McMurray here, he gets sent home, rounds the corner from third, dives in headfirst at home, but he is called out at the plate. Jackets, though, grab the 8-7 win. The Atlanta Braves looking to answer from their 12-4 loss against the Pittsburgh Pirates. This game was scoreless up until the 8th inning. Former Georgia Tech player Joey Bart, he launches this to left field for the 2-run homer. Let's go to the top of the 9th here. Drake Baldwin finds the center field gap for the RBI single. A little insurance run wouldn't hurt. The Braves win it 3-0 with a rubber match
on Thursday at 12:35 p.m. Good momentum.
Yeah.
As the All-Star break is approaching here, guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Gianna. Can't believe it's already halfway through the season. Still ahead, when you're celebrating a big birthday, of course, you have to have a big cake.
How about 1,000 pounds big? That story in a moment.
Why settle for outdated or damaged floors when you can afford better with a manageable monthly payment? At A&D Carpets and Hardwoods, we make it easy to upgrade with flexible financing options the big stores just don't offer. From deferred interest plans to reduced interest for up to 180 months, we've got a plan that fits your budget. That means you can stop settling and finally get the floors you really want. Affordable, flexible, and stress-free. Beautiful floors made easy. A&D Carpets and Hardwoods. Come see us today.
Rise and shine. If you live in St. John Towers, you don't want to miss a minute of the day ahead. Join good friends for fun and games. Maybe hop on the bus for an outing. Take a fitness class. Drop by the lively dining room for a meal. Walk your dog. Or simply enjoy quiet time in your cozy apartment. Pay us a visit and see why St. John Towers has been Augusta's premier senior living community for more than 50 years.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there. From cloudy days and rainy nights to scorching heat and everything in between, the CSRA's most trusted weather team is always working for you.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
So when the weather changes, always stay prepared. Anywhere, anytime. The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
Here is one more look at our 10-day forecast. We're going to be all the way up to 97 degrees tomorrow. A dry start to the day at 76. We'll have a few clouds in the afternoon with a 20% chance of some isolated storms. Rain chances are slowly starting to rise. We'll be up to 40% on Saturday, 60% on Sunday. So pretty wet and stormy weekend. We'll be watching for the threat of severe weather, especially on Sunday into Monday, followed by some cooler temperatures and more cloud cover Monday. 86 will be the high, then 87 on Tuesday. And then we'll warm back up with lower rain chances to end next week.
This is quite a cake. Pastry chefs in Chicago preparing a big dessert for a big weekend. It's called the Taste of Chicago. And there you see them putting the finishing touches on a 1,000-pound cheesecake from Chicago-based company Eli's. Just the crust there was incredible. And then once they got the foundation and the whole base established, they had to use a ladder, you see that, to get the cherries on top.
The giant cake celebrates the company's 46th birthday and its history as the only vendor that has been part of the Taste of Chicago event since it started back in 1980. They've served more than 5 million slices since the beginning.
Those cherries are huge.
It's beautiful the way they're putting them up there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Makes me hungry. Looks great, great job in Chicago. And thank you all for watching us. We do appreciate it and hope we will see you tomorrow.
Our next news is at 4:30 with Mary Morrison and John Lynn. Have a great night.
Good night.
Immediately after an accident,